You know that feeling when you prove someone wrong and the room goes quiet, and for one perfect second, you feel like you won. It happens at dinner tables, in the car, standing in doorways you don't remember walking to. That silence after you've made your point feels like the whole room finally seeing it your way. It feels like standing on solid ground while the other person stumbles. And it feels good, too good to give up. Most people reach for that feeling again and again, because it feels like honesty, like justice, without ever realizing what it slowly costs. When someone disagrees with you, the natural thing is to push harder. Find the flaw in their words. Build your case. Make them see what you see. It feels like standing up for what's true, like helping them understand something they missed. And maybe the first time, it even helps. Maybe the second time too. But being right and being close are not the same thing, and you cannot keep choosing one without losing the other. Somewhere along the way, being right becomes the whole point. It becomes more important than being close. And by the time you notice what's changed, the cost has already been paid in full. There was a woman in a small house in Ohio who won every argument she ever had with her husband. She was quick with words, and he was not. She could find the hole in anything he said, and she would not let it go, not until he admitted she was right. He would argue back for a while, his voice rising, his hands moving through the air. It was like he was trying to push through a wall he couldn't see. Then the chair would scrape back from the kitchen table, and he would go quiet. She took that silence as surrender. Every time the chair scraped, she thought she'd won. For 23 years, she won, about money, about the kids, about the way he loaded the dishwasher, about where to spend Christmas. She was certain, and she was loud, and she was right. Always right. Then one Tuesday night, she made a point about something so small she cannot even remember what it was. And he didn't argue. He didn't raise his voice. He didn't move his hands. He just sat there. The chair didn't scrape. His hands stayed flat on the table. He looked at her with tired, still eyes and said one word. Okay. Not, okay, you're right. Just, okay. And in that one flat word, she understood something she had spent 23 years avoiding. He had stopped trying, not because she had won, but because he had given up. What she won was every argument. What she lost was someone who still wanted to argue with her. Because arguing, even when it's loud and frustrating, means you still believe the other person can hear you. It means you still think there's a bridge between you, and you're willing to walk across it, even if it shakes. That silence she used to celebrate, the chair scraping back, the room going quiet, was never agreement. It was never surrender. It was the sound of someone deciding the fight wasn't worth it anymore. It was the sound of someone pulling up the bridge, one argument at a time, until there was nothing left to cross. She was left with a house full of being right, and no one left to be right to. If you always have to be right with a friend, always correcting, always proving them wrong, one day they'll stop pushing back. And you'll think you won. But what you'll really have is a friend who stopped believing you would ever listen. A friend who decided you cared more about winning than about them. The next time you're about to prove a point, stop and ask yourself something. Would you rather be right, or would you rather still have that friend beside you? This truth doesn't change when you grow up. The arguments get bigger, about money, about family, about years of your life, but the math stays the same. Every time you win by wearing someone down, you lose a little piece of what made them want to stay. The victories pile up, and so does the distance. Whether you're 10 or 40 or 70, the loneliest victory is the one where the other person simply stops showing up. That chair at the kitchen table never scraped back again, because the fight had already left the room, long before he did. Winning an argument is easy. Winning it and still having the person beside you, that takes everything else.